Um, Depakanandji, earlier when you were talking to VD, you said okay, when somebody says something, first thing, don't take it personally. That I feel that I'm not able to do it, but I feel that if I were able to not take it personally, then I can actually address the situation and deal with it. But what happens is when I take it personally, ahankar, buddhi comes up and everything goes in the defensive mode. And so, but it's really difficult to not take things personally. I mean, especially at home with husband.
See one thing. Who is the boss at home? I believe you feel that you are the boss.
Yeah, I feel that I run everything. Without me, everything will be falling. They will all fall apart.
See, one thing, just imagine. At your work, does boss do everything or boss gets things done?
Gets things done.
So here also you must understand that your boss is getting things done and you have to do all those things. But you take the pride, I am doing everything. But at work, you don't have that feeling.
No.
But even at work, if you have that feeling, then you will have problem with your boss. You will feel that my boss is doing nothing.
Yes, yes.
We are all working. That guy is just passing orders, but no. We have to understand that he's paid to get things done. He has a bigger responsibility. So it is your duty to remain obedient and follow your boss.
Correct.
And when you are obedient and you're following your boss, then you are not the boss.
No, definitely
so at home also, once that thing changes, you will not have any problem. You will communicate, you will deal, you will fight also, there is no problem. But that fighting also will be with a low key.
Yes, yes, right.
So it is said, humility and patience is the name of the game. And I mean, that is the game changer. And that humility is not something that gets cultivated that easily. But you have to really fight with your own ego that you are doing everything. But remember one thing, people at higher level, they don't do much.
True.
And if you feel that you are the boss, then you're not supposed, no. If you are the boss, then you're not supposed to be doing things. You have to get things done. But since you are doing things, remove that belief that I'm the boss.
Right.
And just be open. See, what our brain does he do anything? No.
Brain?
It just instructs. It instructs. Yes. Do this, do that. And our hands and legs, they do.
Correct.
Right? But does hands and leg feel like that? We are doing everything. What are you doing? Nothing. Just passing instructions. No. We are one.
We are one.
So that demarcation or that ego never pops up within us, because we are part of the one system, and home is again one system. So if your husband tells you to do something, and if you're doing for home, doesn't he do anything for home?
Yeah, he does.
He does his part.
Yes, he does.
But then, is he younger to you?
No.
So being older to you, you have to have some humility and some respect for him. Yes or no?
Yes, but definitely.
Some other virus is acting prominently. I am Acturian. Nobody can beat me. I'm excellent.
Virus.
Nobody can challenge me in that. Now these certain things are very dangerous viruses within us. They are like our beliefs. Yes, it is your strength. We don't, what do you say, underestimate that. You have that strength, but make use of that strength at its place.
Not at right.
Don't go with the big head. Big head will get dashed, will get hurt anywhere, anytime. But
Yes.
with humility, you can make your way anywhere with any person, any level, any individual, and you will come out winning. But your factor or your measure of your winning, your victory should be different. How you win the heart of the other person, not to rule. You want to rule, then you will have a problem. But if you learn to win the heart, you will rule the other person.
Yes.
But if you want to rule straight away, attack, forget it. Nobody likes to be ruled. But if you learn to win his heart or her heart or his heart, even your kid's heart, you tell him and he will do anything for you. He will never refuse. He will go out of his way and do things. Mama has said and I have to do it, period. And if she has put confidence in me, I'm not going to make her let her down. He'll put all his efforts. But then if his ego is hurt, I'm not doing it. Do it whatever you want. I'm not doing it. That's bad. So home or any relation, this amicable settlement, what we are talking about is all winning heart of the person. That's how what Dada did. He never gone against our mind. He win our minds. He win our heart. And that's how we are willing to do anything for Dada. Dada, you say it and it will happen. Yes. See? And it's like, if anything, husband says, it's like husband proposes, wife disposes. That's it. That's the rule. Boss proposes, subordinate disposes. That's not the right rule. That's not the right rule. So it's like any proposal comes, you must always be supportive.
Depakanandji, I'm learning humility through everyone
learns difficult way, hard way.
And it's good that I'm learning, and it's helping me a lot actually, because that's the real problem was. But still, this not taking it personally, even if it's not at home, outside, and that emotionalness, like how do I deal with that? Like how to not take it personally?
See, one thing, the problem with the kind of body you have, there are some limitations, because the way it has come out, in the sense, in the flow of Mother Nature, with all its weaknesses and strengths, it is not easy to overcome that limitation. But if you decide, it can happen. But don't succumb to those weaknesses.
Don't succumb.
And those certain beliefs are very hard-headed, very strong. I am always right. That is very dangerous. I cannot be wrong. And nobody should tell me anything. These are very dangerous things. So you have to go against those things. Anybody and everybody can tell me anything and I will accept it, whatever it is. You understand?
Yes.
And if you say, if you're wrong, if you're always right, then why are you feeling hurt? If you're feeling hurt, then you're wrong. You're wrong. You're totally wrong. And if you're right, you will never feel hurt. So certain conclusions, certain analysis is needed on our body self part to analyze things in a very positive way. It will really grow you inside. Very strong personality will get developed. And that can happen with decision. That what do you say? That conviction. That conviction is very important. That leads to those clear and firm decisions. That makes your personality.
Right.
Those decisions, those convictions itself are wrong. Those decisions are wrong. It will make you a very weak personality.
Right. Correct. But there is a balance, right? Then it goes into feeling guilty or feeling like, oh, I don't, like a little bit of depression side.
Why? Give you an example.
Give you an example. I can't think of one right now, but it happens a lot of times. Let me go back in the past even. Work is a good example. Like, it's easier to think of examples at work. Like if, in a meeting, somebody criticizes something like, oh, or like oftentimes my boss will say, don't say it this way, say it this way, which I understand, but I also take it personally, like, oh, she's saying I don't know how to say it.
No. See, no? It is like if someone opposes your thing, whatever you have said or whatever you have done, then it is wrong. It is wrong. You feel that you are right, but if the other person, the one who is at the receiving end, if he or she is saying wrong, then you better accept that you're wrong. One example. If you come across a bad road, how are you going to drive your car? Carefully, cautiously?
Yes.
But if the road is clean and open and free, the speed is like 100 miles an hour, how are you going to drive?
Fast.
Right? What does that mean? What does that mean? Looking at the situation, you will drive. In the same way, looking at the person you are dealing with, you'll have to deal with that person. However crooked that person is, but he can't mess around with you. That's how you have to become. And this knowledge can make us, our Dada can make us perfect in all situations, come what may. Let that person be the trickiest person in this world, but you will not have any problem. That's how our ego should be. Adjustable, malleable, whatever you say.
So it is the ego when I feel like, well, what don't I, she's saying I don't know how to say it.
There are so many things that has boosted your ego. One is I'm an actuarian.
Yeah.
Number one, with all your successes in your life, it has created a virus that yes, I am perfect. I cannot make any mistake. This is how I have succeeded in my life. Who is this guy? Do you understand?
Yeah,
so all these things, the only answer is like, if you are right, how is it you are suffering? And if you are right, why the other person is not understanding? Right. There is something wrong. Even if you are right, you are not able to convey the right thing, the right way.
So I mean, when that kind of situation happens, okay, why don't say it this way, say it this way. All I need to do is, okay, I correct it. That's it. I mean, of course, is it really that?
Yes. And we have to learn to pacify the other person's ego and buy his ego.
But my ego needs to go down.
Because you want to sell your ego. That's the problem.
Yes. I'm looking for my ego satisfaction.
Who is on the winning side? Think about it. When you buy the other person's ego, that person will die for you.
True.
But if you sell your ego, he will be after you to kill you. To hurt your ego, to hurt you, to show you wrong, to put you wrong, to see that for he or she will always keep finding mistakes with you. And because he or she is the boss, you cannot challenge them. And he or she say that this is the better way, use this way, you must say this way. That will further pinch your ego.
Yeah, so who's on the winning side? That's a big...
Yes. In fact, even if you are saying something wrong, one time he will or she will support you. And then afterwards, that was wrong.
Yeah.
But okay, we will take care, don't worry. Do you understand?
Yes.
But your right point is opposed.
Yeah.
That's
right.
That's
So winning side is when we win other people's ego, not to get other people to satisfy our...
The person's ego means he's winning his heart. Because ego is everything. And when you can pacify and buy his or her ego, you're done.
So yeah, there is a lot of things in winning other people's ego, but biggest thing is...
That's how you deal with your son. You don't know that.
That's how I deal with my son?
Son, yes. But that way you don't deal with your husband or your boss. Think, analyze. How much you give up with your son?
Easily a lot.
But you have given up until now with your son.
A lot, but
you will
easily.
get a lot of answers. But that is not there with your husband. No way. Forget it. Impossible. Not from my side. All these are very dangerous things. But it is not there with your son.
Okay, I will do this homework. I'll analyze.
The reason is with your son, you are with heart. But with your husband and with your boss and other everything, head. Strong head. I don't care what you think.
So that's a good measure in dealing with people. Heart versus...
You just imagine how Dada dealt with all of us.
Heart, 100% heart.
Yes.
Yes,
really?
everybody.
In fact, what Dada has said, people have become so much heady that they never show up their heart at all. And that is very dangerous. And with Dada's science and with Dada's love and we'll say affection and whatever he has taught us, our head becomes zero, our heart becomes one. And that is the process of spirituality. That's our goal of becoming a person of one heart. And person of one heart is one with everyone. He is responsible.
Ultimate, what Dada Bhagwan
that person is responsible to every living individual, living being. Person of one heart. But when that one becomes 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, 1.2, finish. He is not with anyone. And then he or she will have problem with everyone. And person with one heart have no problem with anyone.
Yes.
He or she, they can deal with anyone, no problems. gates of heart is always open of every individual, but head is always closed with lot of ifs and buts, lot of conditions, bunch of conditions, and those conditions can never get fulfilled.
Right.
And heart, no condition.
No
Their
condition.
gates are always open this way. It is said that temple of Lord Shiva doesn't have doors.
Because it's
In
open.
older times, Shiva temple never had any doors. Never. His doors are always open. See, this is the thing. So we have to analyze ourselves where all we are using our heads. Heads means bunch of conditions, and heart means no conditions at all, unconditional. Which you are with your son, which every mother is with her son or daughter. See, this is something natural, and we need to analyze. And when you have to see that what is that mother's heart? How is that mother's heart with which she remains totally unconditional with her son or daughter? What is that? What is that? But which is not there with anyone else. Forget it. No.
The
Big no.
oneness. Yeah. That oneness is not there. The
This is
pure
what.
love.
So when you analyze, you will be able to surpass, overcome a lot of your weaknesses very easily. Very
Yes.
easily. You will not find it difficult at all. Things which were like impossible will become absolutely easy. So open the doors of your heart.
Okay.
Open the doors of the heart. Yeah. Deal heartily, not with
Next,
What has happened, all these years, you have tried to deal with your heart, but you got hurt very badly. So you have shut the doors of your heart forever. Think about it. Because you wanted things from others. Mothers, they don't want anything from their children. They want to give only.
Yes.
Dada never wanted anything from anyone. He came to give.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Many big lessons, Jai Satchidanand.
Yeah. Let us know next Sunday how much you took and how much you gave. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Okay, Depakanandji, our time is up, but and this is the last day of our. So in 2-3 minutes, just recap our kashayos, and then we'll move on next thing.
See, all these 3 weeks we did